See? Spared no expense. Whoa! No, don't attack the camera. Why don't you go out in the hallway and look for a gallimimus to eat or something like that?
A fire on the mountain.
And we are rolling. What's going on, Coyote Pack? And welcome back to Howlin' with the Pack. I'm your host, Coyote Peterson. But then again, you guys already know that. Now, what I love about this series is I try to ramble for 15 minutes without any cuts. There's no edits. This is as raw as it gets when it's me talking to the audience. It's a new series that we just started recently, so maybe you've seen it before, maybe you haven't. If not, thank you for joining us. This one is going to be extra cool because it is all about dinosaurs. Now, as you guys know, or I've hinted at in many episodes, dinosaurs are like my thing. I'm a dinosaur fanatic. If you were to actually visit the Brave Wilderness office, you would find dinosaur artifacts all over the place, whether it's posters or toys or you name it, we've got it. In fact, we even have an office dinosaur here in the office. Blue, oh, there she is. What's up, Blue? How are you doing? See? Spared no expense. Whoa, no, don't attack the camera. Why don't you go out in the hallway and look for a gallimimus to eat or something like that? I'll tell you what, guys, cleaning up after Velociraptor is a dirty job. Oftentimes, I make the editors actually clean up her poops. They're big poops, trust me. Now, like I said, today is all about dinosaurs. And recently, you may have seen a video where we unboxed Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom toys from Mattel. Loved being able to make that video. It was our first unboxing, and at the end, we said we were going to give away the super colossal T-Rex. So right now, I'm going to announce the winner of that prize. Congratulations to Dragoness Animations. Now, Dragoness wrote in with an awesome response. We're gonna actually put it up there on the screen. And the reason that we picked Dragoness's answer, or I guess comment, was that they want the giant T-Rex so they can actually go out in their backyard and work on some art. So we thought to ourselves here in the Brave Wilderness office, well, how cool would it be if Dragoness either took pictures of that T-Rex in the environment or did a painting or a coloring, whatever you might do with the big T-Rex, and then sent it to us. We could open up that mail on a base camp episode, and then of course it becomes full circle. So I have it right here. Dragoness, congratulations. The super colossal T-Rex is yours. Now, what's cool about this toy is that it not only is enormous, the largest Jurassic T-Rex toy that's ever been made, but is also capable of eating other toys. So, as a bonus, we are going to throw in a toy Gallimimus and also Blue and Owen. Now, I don't know that you really want to make the T-Rex eat Blue because Blue's kind of a hero. And if you eat Owen, then Owen couldn't take care of Blue. So maybe these guys can film the T-Rex eating the Gallimimus, and then it would sort of be like the scene in the first Jurassic Park movie where the T-Rex eats the Gallimimus and Grant and Tim and Lex all watch, and Tim says, oh, look at all the blood. Yeah, you guys remember that scene. It was awesome. And speaking of the original Jurassic Park, we just recently celebrated Jurassic Park's 25th anniversary. I know I've debuted this toy before on the base camp set, but that is my T-Rex that I had for when I was a little kid. This is the original 1993 Jurassic Park T-Rex. I got it for Christmas when I was in 6th grade, and to this day, it still lives in my office up on the top shelf next to my Emmy Award. Believe it or not, I value this toy as much as an Emmy. Okay, now I have a huge announcement to make today. Like one of the biggest announcements that we've ever made on the channel. So stay tuned, we're gonna get to that at the end. But first, I made a post on Instagram this morning with this cool picture of a T-Rex's snout with a T-Rex skull in the background and asked you guys to send in some questions so that I can answer them today in this episode, and I've got them right here in front of me. We had lots of great questions. I can't answer them all, but I'm gonna go through a couple before we get into the announcement. So, okay, here we go. This first one comes in from Gabriel Bradley. And Gabriel asks, how many teeth does a Tyrannosaurus Rex have? And also, how powerful would its tail have been? Now, the T-Rex had around 50 teeth, but scientists don't know exactly how many teeth T-Rex had because at different points in time, they actually were losing teeth. So there's never been a T-Rex skull that's been discovered that had all of its teeth, but it is around 50. Similar to many different crocodilian species, as the Tyrannosaurus is growing, you have to imagine if it's eating a Triceratops, it's not just eating the flesh, it's also eating bones and cartilage. So occasionally those teeth would break and another tooth would grow right in. Now, as far as the tail and how powerful it would have been, I imagine pretty powerful. And original interpretations of the Tyrannosaurus Rex had it dragging its tail, but now scientists think that they actually used that tail for balance to help it when it was moving through the environment. Now, whether that T-Rex was running or just walking, that tail is used to help keep it steady as it's moving through all the underbrush, or of course in an instance where it's fighting against another dinosaur. I imagine it could shift that tail very quickly to get its body to spin around to get into attack mode. Great question, Gabriel. Now, this next question comes in from, and I had to pick this one, from E.T. the Extraterrestrial. That's an awesome screen name. As you guys know, I'm also an avid Steven Spielberg fan, so calling out to E.T. was definitely necessary in this episode. Now, E.T. asks, name a few animals still living today that were around even during the time of the dinosaurs. Love your channel. Thank you, E.T. I hope that you are enjoying the Brave Wilderness channel from way up there in space. Now, two animals that we oftentimes feature on the Brave Wilderness channel that were certainly around at the time of the dinosaurs are crocodilians and turtles. In fact, those creatures have been on the planet for millions and millions of years before the actual dinosaurs even existed. So, as we know, dinosaurs were in the Mesozoic era, the age of reptiles, during the Triassic, Jurassic, and Cretaceous periods. See that? There's no cutting, guys. Every once in a while, I am gonna flub a line, and then I have to go back and repeat it. Now, crocodilians and turtles were certainly around during that time, as well as a number of other small little reptilian-type creatures. So, for us to be able to talk about crocodiles and turtles seemed proper for this episode. Now, we do know that mammals started to sort of appear towards the age of the Cretaceous period, or hypothetically. I know they have some fossils of much smaller mammals being around at the time of the dinosaurs. These might have been things like raccoons or opossums, definitely things smaller than like saber-toothed cats or things like woolly mammoths. All right, let's see. Moving on from there, this next question comes in from Jose Arias. Now, Jose asks, what did the T-Rex use its tiny arms for? That's a great question. And we do know that the T-Rex had tiny arms. Now, I oftentimes see a lot of jokes and memes going around where it's like, oh, drop something on the ground and then ask T-Rex to pick it up. But believe it or not, scientists think that the T-Rex's arms were incredibly powerful. In fact, just a single arm could curl, if a T-Rex were to curl, around 450 pounds in weight. Now, what they likely used those arms for was actually to grapple onto their prey when they were attacking it. Even though they were that short, when the T-Rex grabs onto something, it's then able to tear with those claws and also hold something in position while it rips off chunks of flesh. So believe it or not, guys, they do think T-Rex's arms were quite useful. All right, last question, because then we need to get into the important thing, which is this giant announcement. I know you guys are excited and waiting on the edges of your seat with anticipation. So our last question comes in, and I love this screen name. This one comes in from Clever Fangirl. Clever Fangirl asks, what sparked your interest and excitement for dinosaurs? Now, I chose to end on that question because, as most of you know, or anybody that's around my age, we grew up on the Jurassic Park franchise. I will never forget the moment that I saw the Jurassic Park trailer or where I was the time that I first saw that incredible film. I was a huge fan of dinosaurs long before I saw Jurassic Park, though. And where my interest originally began was actually at the Cleveland Museum of Natural History. I'm from Cleveland originally, which I think a lot of you know. I live in Columbus now. And as a kid, my mom used to always take me to the museum where I would look up at this amazing Allosaurus skeleton. They also had a T-Rex skull, so I admired that as well, but the Allosaurus skeleton was just so massive and so dominant. I would just always envision what it would be like to be back in the Jurassic or the Triassic or Cretaceous periods and seeing one of these large animals out there in the wilderness. So I guess it's probably a good time to make the announcement. I'm so excited to get this out. I know that a lot of you follow us on social media, whether it's Instagram or Facebook or Twitter. And if you don't, follow us at Brave Wilderness or at Coyote Peterson, and you will see a lot of great updates that are coming with the channel. And we're looking to diversify the channel. You guys know that we have Blue Wilderness coming out very soon, but another brand new show that we just finished filming the first 6 episodes of is called Beyond Dinosaurs, our very first dinosaur series. Now, Patrick Brickman, our phenomenal graphic designer, just recently finished the logo, and that's part of why we're making this announcement. So let's pop the logo up here in the corner. There it is, Beyond Dinosaurs. You'll see it's very reminiscent of the Brave Wilderness logo or the Blue Wilderness logo. They all sort of live together in a family. But Beyond Dinosaurs is a project that myself, Mark, and Mario have been aiming to make since the start of the Brave Wilderness channel. Now, recently we had the unbelievable experience of getting to travel to South Dakota, where we worked with renowned paleontologist Peter Larson and the Black Hills Institute. Now, Pete is just one of the nicest, most unbelievably generous with his time sort of guys that I've ever had the chance to work with. I've been a fan of Pete's since I saw the movie Dinosaur 13, which is all about the discovery of the Tyrannosaurus Rex skeleton known as Sue, which you can actually go visit at the Chicago Field Museum. We worked with Pete for a week, going behind the scenes at the Black Hills Institute, going out into the field to search for fossils, and the ultimate goal was to show you guys and tell you guys about what happened to the dinosaurs, where they exist today, and then what a fossil's journey is from the ground ultimately to presentation in a museum. This series is going to be absolutely phenomenal. The first episode kicks off in September, and it's all about the Tyrannosaurus Rex, which is Pete's favorite dinosaur. It's my favorite dinosaur. I know a lot of you out there watching absolutely love the T-Rex. Of course, we love Velociraptor, Triceratops, Brachiosaurus, so many of these other species, but we chose to launch the series with the iconic Tyrannosaurus Rex. So stay tuned, guys. That series is just about to debut. We've got a really cool animation in the works, and certainly many more episodes about that dinosaur series. Off of that dinosaur series, about that dinosaur series, many other episodes following within line from the original episodes that will make up the Beyond Dinosaurs series. Whew, that's a tongue twister. You know, it's challenging to actually talk for 15 straight minutes. I think I'm probably getting close to our time here, but I know you guys probably have a million questions for us about the series. What do you think about the logo? Write in the comments section below. Tell us what you love. Tell us what maybe you would have done different, and get excited for the animation because that is also coming soon. Well, guys, the Beyond Dinosaurs series is almost here. It's going to be launching on the Brave Wilderness channel in September, and I can't wait to share all these prehistoric adventures with each and every one of you. I'm Coyote Peterson. Be brave. Stay wild. We'll see you on the next base camp adventure. I think that was just under 15 minutes. Pretty close.
Hey Coyote Pack! If you can hardly wait for our Beyond Dinosaurs series, travel back in time and watch the episode where we found a pathway of prehistoric Dilophosaurus tracks. And don't forget, subscribe so you can join me and the crew on our next big adventure.